So before we get started today, let me remind everybody that I'm a music teacher. I have just been doing DIY projects for years because I love them and I want to make my house beautiful on a budget. And that's what I'm showing you guys how to do. I'm trying to find the best ways for you to do this yourself. I try lots of different things out. Some things I've done many times, some things I'm just trying out for the first time, and that's what we're doing today. I'm going to be doing a drywall patch. The patch is already in, but I'm doing the texture, I'm matching the texture to the wall. Now this texture is a very, very fine, almost orange peel-like texture. However, they don't have any sprays or things like that that will match this texture perfectly. So I'm gonna try a bunch of different things today, and I'm gonna show you guys how to achieve that perfect texture on your walls to match it.
All right, so this is the little area that we're gonna be texturing and painting. So the first thing we're gonna do is get off this old paint and caulk right there. All right, so you're gonna get yourself a little putty knife right here, and then just start going across it, and all that gunk and caulk and paint, it just comes right off. Get it really, really smooth. A little bit of concrete down here, and make sure it's completely even with the wall above it. Otherwise, you're gonna have a line there. Okay, so I'm using this wallboard joint compound and a putty knife. I like to use a smaller one, but this is the only one that we had here. So we're just gonna dip this in, and this texture is very smooth. So I've never really done a smooth texture like this before. So let's try this out. Let's see how it works. I like to think of this as baking a cake, frosting a cake. You got to get all those lines out of there. Other textures are so much easier to do because there's little bumps and lumps, and we're gonna see if we can get this right though, without any lines going through it. All right, we're gonna let this dry, and then we'll come back down and we'll sand down all the bumpy parts here, and we'll see how it worked. Okay, so I've got some between 150 and 170 grit sandpaper, and we're just gonna sand this like this to get those lines out and see how good it looks. Feel there if you feel anything, keep going. Here, I've got one of these angled sandpaper things to get in the corners. Okay, so I sanded it down and I got it as smooth as I could get it, and then cleaned up, got a vacuum and cleaned up. Now we're gonna try this paint roller method and see if it matches this texture that's above it. Okay, so today I am using this Purdy Jumbo Golden Eagle. It is finish faster, 3/8 of a nap for all paint finishes. This is a high gloss, so we're gonna try this brand today. Okay, so make sure you guys shake your paint really, really well before you pour it into your paint bucket. And this, we're gonna use a paintbrush right here just to get the edges. Make sure you guys don't get too much paint on here because you don't want it to drip. Go ahead and get in the corner. Okay, so we're gonna get some paint. So guys not wanting to work with me. Work with me. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, it's kind of making a texture similar to the one that's above it. Okay, we're gonna let this dry and then do another coat. Come back and check this from time to time, make sure there's nothing dripping. And if there is, just go over it again. Okay, that didn't really work out how I had planned. So now we're gonna try this technique. So I saw somewhere, it wasn't this exact brush, but I resanded down that area, and just I'm dabbing on some of this drywall compound, joint compound. And then that didn't quite work. I grabbed this It's kind of like a soap holder. It's got kind of like a spongy feel to it. So I tried just kind of patting that down a little bit, and then we're going to let that dry and paint it again. Okay, so it's still drying right now, but I'm zooming in. This is what the bottom looks like where I did it, and I'm just going all the way up the wall so you can see the texture that I was trying to match, and it's pretty good. I'll take it.
Okay, so we did it. We found the best way to do this. It looks beautiful. You saved yourself a lot of money, and it looks great. Make sure you subscribe and like. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.